What's up, gamers? Aaron Shack here, and today we're going to react to the Division Day live stream that was this week, and there's new updates and announcements on the Division 2, what's happening in future seasons, future content coming up, updates on the new Division Heartland game that's supposed to be coming out later this year, and the mobile game, Division Resurgence, which appears to be taking us back to New York. So let's go ahead and dig in and see what Ubisoft has to say.
Hello agents, and welcome to Division Day, the day where we check in on all things The Division. I'm your host, Chris Waters, from the Ubisoft News team, and today we're covering 3 games. The Division 2, and its plans for Year 5 of new seasonal content, a new game mode, and a new DLC. The Division Resurgence, the full-blown free-to-play RPG shooter coming to mobile devices. And the Division Heartland, the PvEVP survival action shooter, coming for free to consoles, cloud, and PC. We've got a lot to cover, and we've got a Twitch drop queued up for you, so get comfy, and let's get it going. We'll start with Year 5 of The Division 2.
Okay. 5 years, and
it'll start with season.
To be fair, they've been pretty irregular about adding new content to the Division 2. They've done seasons, but like really all it adds is like new people to like go track down and kill. Like it's very minimal. It's not like a new game mode. People have been begging them to bring back the survival mode that was in the first division, and it looks like Heartland might be the answer. We'll see, but
Season 1, Broken Wings,
interesting,
which is bringing a new twist on manhunts and introducing a new game mode called Descent. Now,
yeah, so that's what it was, manhunts, where it's like they give you a bunch of targets to go after throughout the season, and I'm just like, that's really boring to me. And I almost never get them all done. So, but I am excited. Let's take a look at what they have here, because this Descent mode is actually pretty exciting.
I think a new game mode calls for a new game mode trailer.
Yes.
What do you know? I've got one right here.
Yeah, this is intriguing.
Let the sickness take them!
The Division trained you to operate at your limits. This simulation will push you beyond them. But I'm confident in your abilities.
Perfect your build. Compete solo. Or in co-op. Oh, they got leaderboards. Defeat the simulation.
Suit up, agents.
Oh, okay.
It's time to see what you're capable of.
Ah, you fucking... Oh, Ubisoft. Really? Oh, dude, they almost had me with that. Look at that. Let's go back. Let's look at what they did. Real Splinter Cell fans know this. Hang on. This is...
It's time to see what...
This is... They did the Splinter Cell thing. This is all they do. This is all they do, is don't put Sam Fisher in his own games. I do know that we have a Splinter Cell remake of the original game on the way. But this is all Ubisoft does now, is they just tease about Sam Fisher in every game, you know? And then they just don't deliver. Look at that. Oh my god.
Time to see what you're capable of.
You guys are mean. Not very nice people over there. Massive, come on. Oh my god.
Descent is a roguelite mode coming free to all
this is
Division
cool.
2 players when
should
Year
have
5
a lot of
begins,
replayability.
and that is just the start. Back to the roadmap, you can see in Season 1 the start of a multi-season rebuild of the Castle Settlement. That'll bring the devastated landmark back to life with renewed purpose.
That's cool.
Season 2 will bring a challenging new incursion as you venture out to the Merritt Estate to confront the cleaners. And in Season 3, it's back to New York City for the holidays and new revelations about Aaron Keener.
I think they're realizing something, and it's something that people have been saying about The Division for the longest time, is that New York, excuse me, New York around Christmas time was the secret formula that made Division 1 such a great game. It was the setting, it was the vibe, the feel of the world, like there was kind of this like horrific vibe to it as well. Because it's like the streets of New York are like, you know, trashy and deserted and covered in snow, and ironically, you know, you have like Christmas ornaments and lights and stuff like that. But, you know, you're in this like horrific, you know, end of the world virus, apocalypse, you know, riots, you know, gangs and criminals and stuff taking over the city, stuff like that. But yet, it's Christmas time in New York, the best time of the year, you know? Like, so they had something really special with that, and I think Season 3 is them realizing that. And, like, we can even go back to New York in The Division 2. Like, they did add that DLC, but they made us go back, like, in the summertime, and it's like, you know, it's summer in D.C., and then it ends up being, like, summer in New York, and it's just, like, it's not really the same. It doesn't really hit the same way New York in the wintertime in the first game did. So maybe this sort of holiday event will sort of harken players in, even if it's like a limited time and they just decide to, like, you know, just cover the map in snow would be probably the ultimate way to do this.
And his rogues.
Learn
and
more
then,
about Aaron
in Season
Keener.
4, new story DLC with
new story. And Seasons 2.0, an apparel event.
zones, new main missions, and a whole new endgame structure.
Wow.
Each season will also continue to introduce new manhunts, leagues, and events.
Okay, so let's get this straight. They're basically relaunching the game. Because we were up to like Season 11 or something like that. And then now they're calling it Season 1. So it's like they finally want like an onboarding point for people that either played Division 2 initially, but then kind of fell off after the story or the DLC. You know, maybe you hung around for a certain amount of time, but maybe you haven't been playing it this whole, like, 5 years or so. And, you know, there's been people that have never stopped playing. So there's, like, the super dedicated people. Then there's people kind of like me that are kind of in the middle, and I'm like, I love the game, but, like, you got to give me more to chase, which, you know, all of this kind of satisfies a lot of that. Survival mode, I think, would have been the thing that probably I'd never stop playing. It's probably why I love Call of Duty's DMZ mode, and yeah, probably why Tarkov is such an appealing game to people. I mean, this sort of survival RPG, you know, roguelike mechanics that are showing up in a lot of shooters now, these extraction shooters. And let's not forget, Division kind of started it all with their Dark Zone mode, so, and survival.
And while you'll still need the Warlords of New York expansion for most of this content,
Okay.
the new Descent mode will be free for all agents.
Oh, that's dope.
You may have noticed the apparel events running throughout Year 5 as well. These will bring a bunch of new fits, as well as the return of familiar favorites.
The Resident Evil's gear was dope. Yep, there it is, stars. April 25th. RPD, Leon's outfit. Jill and Chris. I always wear Chris's outfit. Yeah, I'd definitely love to get all of that gear. Oh, and Hunk. Yeah. Me too. RPD outfit. April 25th through May 9th.
Grab that Leon Kennedy look for free starting on April 25th. And then, once the season starts, set your sights on another gaming icon's signature style, Sam Fisher. As part of the premium pass for Season 1 Broken Wings, you'll be able to unlock pieces of the Splinter Cell apparel to help you fifth freedom your way all throughout DC and NYC. So, when does this all kick off? Season 1 Broken Wings takes flight in early June, or doesn't fly because the wings are broken? I don't know. We'll find out together in early June. Now, PC players can get a little preview tomorrow because the public test server will be available tomorrow, which means you can play the new Descent mode tomorrow. As for today, there's a special sale going on in-game now through May 2nd with big discounts on outfits, custom weapon skins, and emotes. Marching Band 1 is my favorite, personally.
Oh, okay.
In the coming months, there will also be big sales on the Warlords of New York expansion, plus a free weekends to help you recruit and train up your friends to get ready for all the good stuff coming in Year 5 of the Division 2.
Okay. Yeah, they're definitely delivering in that sense. All right, this is the mobile game, Resurgence.
The Division Resurgence is bringing a full-fledged Division experience to Android and iOS devices. We're talking campaign, solo, and co-op, new signature weapons, new gadgets, new enemy factions, a new storyline that bridges the gap between the Division and the Division 2. And you can be among the first to play the Division Resurgence during an upcoming test phase this summer. Sign up now at thedivisionresurgence.com for your chance to get into the test. Go ahead, just open up a new tab, get in there, sign up. You know, if you play, you can unlock a special JTF outfit for use when the full game launches. That's right, sign up. Oh, we gotta keep going. Okay, folks, thedivisionresurgence.com, you know where to go. You're all set. Okay, before we get to our final game, it wouldn't be Division Day without a look at how the characters and stories of the Division are expanding beyond the games in a variety of creative ways.
Oh boy.
Like the new webtoon coming next year that tells the story of a teacher in Houston, Texas, whose watch lights up with the telltale orange glow as the dollar flu outbreak spreads. You'll be able to follow their journey as they make unlikely allies and encounter dangerous new factions far from the East Coast. And coming later this year, you can bring some Division art into your own home with these extensively detailed collectible action figures of Caleb Dunn and Brian Johnson, two agents who were featured in the original E3 reveal of the Division 2. There's also a bevy of Division comics, audio stories, books, and more available right now, and you can learn all about them in our article on everything you need to know from today's show on news.ubisoft.com.
Welcome to Silver Creek, a sweet little town in Middle America. You know the kind. Pumpkin patches, apple pies, and the best damn cup of coffee you'll ever have. Silver Creek was perfect, up until it wasn't. The green poison changed everything for everyone.
Uh-oh.
It started in New York on Black Friday, the biggest shopping day of the year. They called it the dollar flu because it spread on money. The virus knew no boundaries. No matter where it hit, the bodies piled up. And when it spread to Silver Creek, the result was the same: death. I'm Division Agent Mackenzie Reed. Originally from Kansas, I was stationed in Boston when the shit hit the fan after Black Friday. I left Boston and came to Silver Creek looking for Killian Tower, my commander. Well, he was my commander, until recently. For reasons unknown, he disavowed the Division and is now a rogue agent. Killian betrayed my team and murdered them. He gunned them down and fled. No clues, no motive. Only a bloody trail for me to follow. That trail has led me to Silver Creek. I wasn't prepared for what I found. I wanted answers, but all I got was more questions. Why is the virus different here? Why did Killian murder the team he proudly commanded? And why is he amassing an army of Reapers in Silver Creek? Everything I've seen tells me that Silver Creek's at the heart of something big. I can't do this alone, Agent. I need your help.
What you just saw was the cinematic intro to The Division Heartland. Set in the mysterious Midwestern town of Silver Creek, Heartland is a free-to-play PvEVP survival action shooter in which you'll confront AI factions and other player squads as you explore all the strange goings-on by light of day and fight to survive in the dark of night.
That's the only thing I'm unsure about, is if I enjoy the PvP structure of Division Heartland. Like, it is basically putting us in a DMZ type situation, or a essentially the whole game might be a dark zone, whereas you're able to do, you know, PvE stuff, but there's always the option to like defeat other players. And pretty much once, I mean, it's weird. It's like DMZ is kind of this way in a sense, where it's like other players, you can work together and succeed at stuff, but like sometimes you're just going to run into like either better players, they're just going to want to kill everybody, or just people that just kind of have that mentality. And so I worry about the game's long-term health in that sense, because it could get a little weird in that way.
Now, let's delve a little bit more into the gameplay, the systems, the setting of The Division Heartland. I've got a developer diary here to show you, and if you watched Ubisoft Forward in September, you may recognize the first little bit of it. But trust me, there is a lot more you haven't seen that I'm going to show you now.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Now.
Hey everyone, we're so excited to show you Heartland, an all-new standalone adventure in the Division universe. The teams poured their heart into this game, and we can't wait to share it with you. Welcome to Silver Creek.
Yeah, so kind of a small town America.
Heartland's a free-to-play survival action shooter set in the Division universe.
See, and it's free-to-play, which means, you know, like a lot of battle royales and, you know, a lot of games nowadays like Warzone and stuff like that, letting everybody in means content moderation has to be like really key. I don't know. I just don't see. I'd love to be proven wrong that this isn't just going to turn into like a trolley, toxic, you know, PvP experience here.
That features streamlined survival gameplay
it does look
and
cool.
A beautiful new world to explore, filled with
whoa, slide mechanic. Hang on.
That features streamlined survival gameplay and a beautiful new world to explore,
cool.
filled with dynamic PvEVP gameplay. In Heartland, you play as a Division agent, given the task of protecting Silver Creek, a small town in Middle America. It's your job to keep the town safe from enemy factions, rogue agents, and a deadly contamination.
Rogue agents, right.
Heartland explores what happened to small town America when the green poison was unleashed on the world. While major metropolitan centers got aid from agencies like Sarah and the Division, what help did the Heartland get? This game ties directly into the timeline and introduces all new characters and storylines to the franchise.
Red Storm
I'm Keith Evans,
team.
creative director in Heartland at Red Storm Entertainment.
No way!
I'm
This is the
Taylor Epperly.
original.
I'm the associate game director on Heartland.
Group.
I'm really excited for folks to see what the world of the Division looks like.
So, Red Storm Entertainment, these were the people that worked on, like, the really good Rainbow Six games back in the day, like...
Evans, creative director in Heartland at Red
This
Storm
classic Ubisoft, like,
Hi, I'm Taylor Epperly.
tactical
I'm the associate
strategy
game
type
director on
stuff.
Heartland. I'm really excited for folks to see what the world of the Division looks like in small-town America.
Hi, I'm Carrie Bland, community developer on Heartland, and I can't wait for our players to see all the hard work and dedication the team has put in. We've spent a year...
Also, yeah, you can register for the closed beta at thedivisionheartland.com. You can also go to thedivisionresurgence.com and sign up for the mobile
closed tests, building on the experience, responding to the feedback we received, and have evolved towards a truly unique and exciting take on survival PvEVP gameplay. Truly
Okay,
unique
let's see
and
what this
exciting
is. Okay, so we got ammo.
take on survival
Shade Beacon, fabricate, cure virus.
PvEVP gameplay.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested what that's going to be like.
Heartland launches with a robust experience for players on day one. The player's first task is to help Mackenzie Reed get Silver Creek's base of operations back up and running. Players will be tasked with completing a set of missions and projects, all focused on the goals of exploring the town and gathering the supplies necessary to help prepare the base of operations. Every mission completed gives players the tools and strength necessary to survive.
Silver Creek is a hostile environment filled with deadly contamination, roaming enemy hordes, and the looming threat
This game's
of
all
sickness
about
and
family.
dehydration. Players will have to be prepared if they hope to survive a full day in the town.
As day turns to night, Silver Creek is sent into high alert. The survival threat increases, and dangerous PvEVP from rogue players and AI is introduced. Night is a deadly sandbox filled with unexpected threats.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's hear that again. That's
Survive a full day in the town.
so. Not only is it like the survival mode that was in the first Division, where like in that game you had to stay warm because of the blizzard, you know, the snowstorm, and you had to also find like something to drink and something to eat, you know, stay alive throughout that
Day
mode.
turns to night, Silver Creek is sent into high alert. The survival threat increases, and dangerous PvEVP from rogue players and AI is introduced.
So at nighttime,
Night is a
rogue
deadly
players and AI
sandbox
show
filled
up.
with unexpected threats, but there is that constant carrot of great rewards.
Okay. So high risk, high
As players
reward.
progress, they unlock the ability to select one of 3 active classes. Every class brings
Weapons expert, medic, and survivalist. Okay. Yo, what's up, Brittany? So yeah, this looks like at nighttime it's dangerous to go out because there's other rogue agents. You know, there's also AI, but there's also high reward. Means there's gonna be like really good loot to chase after midnight. I don't know, whatever. So that was my concern, Brittany. What I'm kind of thinking about here is how does a PvE or PvPvE game, how does it not just descend into complete and utter chaos and just become a PvP game? It's a very delicate dance.
Players progress.
So we'll
they
see
unlock
how
the
they
ability
handle it.
To select one of 3 active classes.
Okay, so we got weapons expert. Enemies are marked after damaging them with a firearm. Stationary turret that attacks nearby
Every
enemies.
class
Let's see. Crouching highlights nearby unopened loot crates. Scans for enemies within a radius with the UAV drone. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
brings something unique to the table. From
What's
the
the matter?
survivalist ability to
Maybe it
highlight
shows
loot
the
behind
medic.
walls, to the
Okay.
weapons expert ability to craft and deploy an assault turret.
Okay.
Combining these classes in a squad helps you overcome Silver Creek's toughest challenges.
Where one teammate might be falling behind,
Yeah.
you really want to make sure that you're picking up that weight.
Yeah, like I really kind of like the Dark Zone was really fun when Division first came out, but I think Division 2 people got like almost too good at the game and their builds were like so ridiculous that it's like you can't kill other players and they can kill you in one shot and then they throw like something, you know, some ridiculous gadget or something, and you know, even if you manage to like drain all their armor, they do something where they get their health back, or it's like if they headshot you, it fills up all their health instantly. So like they have like ridiculous perks that you can't even help to compete with unless you live on the game and make it like your day job and, you know, your entire life to try to keep up. So I mean, I think that's one of the ultimate flaws with games like this, is that it's so I mean, I hope it doesn't become that, because it could be really miserable. A terrible way to keep up. Yeah.
Talking together and working as a true unit is the best way to make sure you're successful in Silver Creek.
I'm down to try this, and it's free to play. So
Heartland features a deadly
got
and
that.
unpredictable contamination that makes every trip into Silver Creek unique.
To help you in your journey, you'll be able to fabricate supplies,
okay, so we got equipment, resources, consumables.
prepare your go bag for each new day, making sure you can achieve even the toughest.
It looks like, and this may not be the final UI, but it looks like they're kind of trying to make it a little simpler than maybe Division 2. Like maybe they're not trying to go like super hardcore into like perks and builds and like complicated statistics and stuff like that.
The contamination shapes the areas of the map that are easily accessible, and using a filter protects agents from the contamination, but the filter depletes pretty quickly inside the contaminated areas. So depending on how many filters you have on hand, you might decide to head into a contaminated area and get some loot that other folks passed up.
Okay, so finally
There's also the ever-present
the filters have time limits, which, you know, and we saw earlier that you could get infected with the virus and you had to like make a cure.
threat of dehydration. Dehydration can slow you down, so you really have to keep an eye out for fresh, non-contaminated water when you're out in Silver Creek.
No
Try to
way.
be as prepared as possible. You're gonna want to set yourself up
Gotta
for success
hydrate,
out there.
gamers.
But if you do find yourself a little underprepared, hopefully you have a teammate that'll let you crawl inside their.
Well, this game's not really a cash grab if it's free to play, and if it's free to play, then that means the development will have to be funded another way, which, you know, probably going to be through microtransactions, whether it's, you know, customizing what your character looks like, you know, pretty much what all the Division games have done. They either charge for DLC or they have like cool cosmetic stuff. They never sell anything that's going to be pay to win and stuff like that.
Backpack. Who knows? Maybe they have juice boxes in there.
Base of operations. Let's go.
In Silver Creek, Shade Agents are using the rocket rink, an abandoned roller skating rink, as their base of operations.
Oh,
For the
roller
first time
skating
in the
rink. Let's
Division,
go.
The entire base of operations is a shared space. You can socialize, form a group, customize your character, and
Okay, here we go. Okay, so it looks like we got like little charms and stuff. Okay. You can customize.
prep for your next operation. Each session begins and ends in the base of operations, and you'll be talking to Carmelita, Kevin, and Mackenzie quite often.
Let's go back to that map. Hang on.
Begins and ends in the base of operations.
Okay, see that? We've got districts, but then there's like a little chopper in each district. So I guess we can like go there and, you know, extract to get back to the safe zone or whatever. So, I mean, it is very much going to be like DMZ and all these other game modes. It's an extraction shooter, just like the Dark Zone was back in the day. Okay, and then it looks like we have a percentage here of like maybe collectibles that we've got, and then here it says 100 out of 100. I don't know what that means. Maybe that'll have something to do with like how dangerous each district becomes, or like how much activity might be going on
To
there.
Carmelita, Kevin, and Mackenzie quite often.
Each time players exfiltrate back to their base of operations, they take the materials and gear they've collected and store it in their personal armory.
There it is. There it is. So it is very much an extraction style shooter. Very much like DMZ and all these other modes. I guess you have a chance to like lose your gear. And so maybe that's why they're not focusing super heavily on the perks and stuff like that, because if it's like, if you could die with that gear and lose it and then another player could steal it from you, you'd almost not want to go out with your good stuff unless you felt really confident. I don't know.
To help them prepare for future days in the town.
That's interesting.
When you're going
Yeah, let's hear that one more time.
Collected. Each time players exfiltrate back to their base of operations, they take the materials and gear they've collected and store it in their personal armory to help them prepare for future days in the town.
So you're stashing. You're creating a stash.
When you're going up against rogue agents, you kind of get into a bit of a cat or mouse situation. For me, I'm definitely more of a mouse. You don't have to worry about rogue agents if they can't see you.
There's a couple different strategies you can use against rogue players.
Stealthy.
I love using Heartland's class skills to set up ambushes, coordinating with my teammates to make sure we're repairing our armor as needed. And then when the shooting's done, I love looking through their loot and taking all the good stuff.
Oh, it is. It is. There it is. You get down, you
Coordinating with
lose
my
all your
teammates to make
stuff
sure we're
if someone
repairing our
steals
armor
it.
as needed. And then when the shooting's done, I love looking through their loot and taking all the good stuff.
Yikes. Community
Heartland
feedback.
will be a living game. The stories we tell on day one are just the beginning. We can't wait for players to dive in and take this journey with us.
We're thrilled to take the next step as we enter our testing phase. Our community team will be looking at feedback shared across social channels and on our official forums, while we evolve our game together with our community, shaping
cool.
the long-term Heartland experience. The team is committed to creating the best possible experience for our players, and the community is invaluable in helping make that happen.
I really think we've created something that the original survival players will recognize, while also innovating with open world operations, dynamic contamination.
The team here at Red Storm is proud and feel we're really onto something. Heartland feels fresh and distinct while still feeling at home alongside the other amazing games in this universe. Thank you for taking this journey with us. We can't wait to have you join us in Silver Creek.
Register for the PC closed beta at thedivisionheartland.com. Let's do it.
If you want to get your hands on the Division Heartland, sign up now for a chance to get into the next testing phase at thedivisionheartland.com. If you're chosen, you'll be granted 5 invites to share with 5 people you'd trust to squad up with and explore Silver Creek. You could also give them to 5 people you don't trust and bring a little chaos into your life.
Yikes.
Get yourself on the list either way, and keep
That's
an eye out
crazy.
for more news this summer. When you play The Division Heartland, The Division Resurgence, and The Division 2, you'll be able to show your shade street cred with cross-game rewards. Each game will grant you a reward you can redeem in each other game, which makes for
Oh my god.
rewards. Folks, Year
That's
5
a lot.
of The Division 2 starts in early June.
Okay, so we've got Division 2 Year 5 Season 1, which is already in flow here on the public test server, but Season 1 of Year 5 officially starts, I believe, on the 25th when they're giving us the Leon Kennedy outfit for free in Division 2.
Signups are open now.
Then they're having an in-game sale in the Division
for
2.
upcoming play tests for the
Oh no,
Division
okay, Season 1 actually starts in June. Okay. So I guess we have time. Yeah, they're gonna bring back all the Resident Evil costumes to Division 2 on April 25th, and then they're basically gonna give us like a whole month or so to grind all that content. And I think I have some of it, but
Resurgence.
so this is Division 2 being essentially rebooted. They did 11 seasons or more across 4 years, and now they're like at Year 5 they're kind of trying to like reboot it. They're like, okay, let's call it Season 1 so that we don't scare away like new players or players that want to return and get back into the game, cuz like it's almost like, would you watch a TV show if Season 11 was on the air? No, you would probably want to go back and watch Season 1. Like, you want a proper onboarding point, and the Division 2 doesn't really have that. So, it's kind of a smart play. I see what they're doing there. And they're also adding new modes, roguelike modes, lots of content.
And the Division Heartland.
And then Division Resurgence is the mobile game. They're going to do that in the summer on the test phase.
I'm Chris Waters, and on behalf of the Ubisoft folks working worldwide.
And then Heartland, they're going to do a test. Looks like more news this summer on that, which I believe all those games are supposed to come out this year.
Stories, adventures, and challenges.
So my guess is that we're probably going to be playing Division Heartland maybe this fall. And Resurgence, the mobile game, who knows, it could come out at any point this year.
Challenges in the world of The Division. Thank you for watching.
Interesting. Well, that's kind of all I have on this one. So, they're giving us a mobile game. They're giving us a free-to-play PvEVP standalone game that, you know, Heartland doesn't really require that you've played Division 1 and 2 and kept up with the story. You know, pretty cool. So, what I'm going to do next, actually, is I've got some additional coverage that I want to do, because there were actually 2 showcases that I didn't have a chance to cover this week. And so I'm going to do a separate live stream here in a couple of minutes. The Street Fighter 6 showcase was also done this week. And I want to watch that through with you guys and see what we think about that. And then I also have the Street Fighter 6 demo to play. And I'm not sure what game I'll be streaming tonight. I'll have to kind of check in and see what everybody's down to jump in on. But, yeah, just give me a moment to switch things over, and we'll do the Street Fighter 6 showcase presented by Capcom, and it's about 30 minutes long, so we'll dig into that. So once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, all these good things. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Bye.